Alright, so hello everyone. Today we're playing MX Bikes. I should preface this by saying I already have about 24 hours in the game. I picked it up recently after not playing it since like beta 18, so however long ago that was. So I am no, I wouldn't say halfway decent. I am more competent at this game than I was like yesterday. Um, and I got to play in it. I got to watch more videos on it because it popped back up on my YouTube feed recently. I'm like, man, I should play this game again. I've played with the Beta 20 bikes now. They are so awesome. They feel so good compared to the Beta 18 bikes. Um, I already have some of the mods set up. I have Aftershade or whatever, Reshade set up. I also have the OEM bike, the Suzuki RMZ 250, because I had RMZ 250 in real life. I don't have a picture of it. I've looked for it. I have scoured all the socials from myself and my dad, but it is not there. I wish it was. It is not. It was our showed off. But not only that, I'm also a huge Ken Roxon fan and a huge Pastrana fan, which is why I like Suzuki so much. Anyways, let's get to the chase. Like I said, I've been seeing a lot of it on YouTube. I said, man, you know what? I think I want to get into MX bikes and I want to get into the pro racing scene. Obviously, I'm not gonna get into that with 20 some odd hours in the game, but I did want to kind of document that journey from like the beginner intermediate player that I am to being able to at least qualify in a pro race, not win the championship or not win the race, not even make it to the main event. My only goal really is to qualify, and then hopefully one day be able to win a race. Um, so the way I'm going to do that is essentially like set up kind of like milestones. So like right now I'm in the 20-hour range. So once I hit 30 hours, I'll post a new video of like this is what 30 hours looks like, and kind of show you how much better I've gotten. Maybe compare from before to now, whatever it might be, and yeah. So I'm on the test track today because this is the fastest track that I've been able to ride on, and it feels the smoothest. I know Forest Raceway is technically faster because it's a shorter track, but to me, it got really a little boring, very repetitive, very quickly. So I was a huge fan of it. I know that's disheartening to all the Forest Raceway warriors. Believe you me, I was one of them. Whenever I was playing the Beta 18 bikes, that was the only track I played on. And yeah, so I do have the bike set up with a setup that I kind of made in conjunction with ChatGPT, which I know AI is bad, but I know nothing about setups. Figured I'd go ask it like, hey, just give me a beginner-friendly one. Gave me one. It feels alright. It makes the bike a little sluggish, but it does keep it a little bit more steady and stable um, underneath me at all times, so I'm not dropping it at every second. The only simulation I do have, I'll show you right now. Not simulation. The only like helpers I have is a shift help, just because it's a little bit, it's nice to have. Because I think I got early onset arthritis, so having to like always click a clutch, or not click clutch, but always take off and then do everything hurts. It's weird. I know now, but I like to have it on. Automatic clutch again, clutch thing. Just I like to have the least amount of moving parts in my hand as possible. In a game like this, that's very hard to do. So I'm gonna help myself out in a way. Brake help, just so I don't like lock up the brakes. For inputs, you can see I got this kind of an input preset, I guess you would say, from Steam. They had it originally up to like 50 some odd percent. I turned mine down to 44. That felt pretty good. Their gain was a little bit higher than mine, like around 88 to 90%, I think it was. I turned down to 80. Again, it's a little sluggish, but it does feel smooth with what I'm doing. And I like that. So, without further ado, the basis of the video, or I guess the goal of this video today is to do 3 clean laps around this track. I think my fastest has been a 207, maybe 208. That one felt pretty good, but it wasn't consistent. Usually I'm consistent around like the 210, even 215 mark. So honestly, if I can do like 3 consistent laps without crashing, being around that mark, I'd be totally stoked. So let's get to it. I know I've been yapping for long enough. But yeah, I just woke up. This is my first time playing the game in a while. Figured I'd do like a quick little practice lap. Always being practice laps, but besides the point. Um, and just kind of get my hands and everything like that warmed up. Hands, brain, eyes warmed up. So let's go. I'm not getting the leaning correct right now. Yep. So I played Dark Souls, I played Elden Ring, I played all those kinds of games. Almost did what my ghost did there. But this game by far takes the cake of the hardest game I think I've ever played. But it's hard in the sense that it's hard to learn, not easy to master, but if I can go from, just dumping the bike at almost every corner to now being able to do this, a little over half a day, like a half, full day, 12 hours, then I'm pretty happy with it. Now, I'm not saying I'm, on like Troy Jams or Lynn's level racing currently. Those guys would absolutely smoke the dog shit out of me. But I think I'm doing all right. And by all means, to anybody that's in the comments is like, you're doing this wrong, or I think you should change this setting. Please, by all means, constructive criticism is always appreciated. Because how else am I going to learn? I can feel like I'm doing something right here, but you might be like, sorry bud, but you're all sorts of fucked up. And I'm like, okay, well, I know I gotta change now for, the next few hours I'm playing this, and then hopefully by the time the 30-hour mark comes in, it'll be fixed. Ooh, shit. Okay, first true lap. I guess I did do that one without crashing. Did I count that? I don't think so. I don't know, I guess we'll see if I crash by the third lap. Hope I didn't just curse myself as I scratched my nose and almost put right in the top blocks. That's like my least favorite part of the track, is just that little bump right there. It is so terrifying. Because it's so easy to mess up. Oh, shit. I think I'm getting pretty good with that, mini rhythms. I mean, would you call it a rhythm section? I don't really know. I think I've gotten pretty good with it. Here, I'll make a deal. We'll count that first out lap as a fully consistent, good lap. But then, once I finish the third lap, I'll just keep on going until I crash. That was a little sketchy, wasn't it? Ooh, shit. Hello, buddy. I really need to get Max HUD, I think is what it is. Ooh, good lord. No sketch, but okay. Because when doing stuff like this, it's so hard to keep concentration on like what my gear currently is. Please don't hit that fence. I can sort of almost keep up with it in my head sometimes, but I'm not great at it. But a little of that instead of jumping up. This one also isn't the prettiest plot. I always hate back tire touching or tapping that, because I'm just so scared the bike's going to just react and just throw me ass over tea kettle. There's been so many times, shit, where I've looped that right out of that corner. Oh, good lord. Okay, I believe that is the end of lap 3. So, that is the first time I've ever been able to do 3 consistent laps on this track. I will say I recorded this video yesterday, but my microphone wasn't plugged in properly. So there's like a lot of weird like audio clipping going on or something like that. I don't know. You could hear my voice sometimes, and then it just wouldn't pop up sometimes. But each time I was able to get, because the first idea was I was going to do 5 laps. So I can do 5 laps, even though I've never done a consistent, consistency like this. But I couldn't do it, so I was like, okay, just like give me like 5 consistent laps in general. I could jump that. Sorry, I had to focus over there for a second. And, yeah, just give me like 5 consistent laps. And I went to go sit down to edit it, and I heard my voice, and it just sounded terrible. The most I was able to do during that time was 2 consistent laps. So I did 1, and I was like, alright, yeah, cool, like 1 out of 5 down. And it just, ended up crashing on the next lap. And then, like, 6 laps later, something like that. In case I'm not sure, I should not be doing that. And then, yeah, about 5 or 6 laps after that, I was able to get 2 in a row. And I was like, alright, yeah, cool, 2 in a row, like, perfect. We're getting closer to 5. And then after I fell in that one, like, the runtime was already, like, around 30 minutes long on the recording. So I said, alright, give me, to me myself now, give me, 5 good laps. Doesn't have to be in a row, but 5 good laps. And actually, we've already done 4, which is wild to think about. So if I can finish this 5th one without crashing, I will consider that a huge dub for the day. Also, I think I shifted once like that last, ooh. Force I had to say something. We'll go ahead and pick the rest of the bits. I'll finish out this lap just because I want to see what the lap time was for lap 4. So that was my fastest one yet. Yeah, Convict Curse is a bitch. I forgot what I was gonna say. I think it's talking about, yeah, if we do 5 laps, then that'll be it. You know, that'll be a huge W today. On the 5th lap, had to send right over that little bump. I'm telling you, man, it's that. Oh, and it's also this turn apparently. Huh? I haven't crashed here since I first like turned off lean help. Anyway. Oh yeah, I was saying I only got shifted once that last lap. I think I might shifted up. I don't think I ever shifted down. Which you might have. I'm trying to rewrite my brain and think about it. I'm like, yeah, it sounded like it was bogging down in some places like these corners. I was on a whip, so please don't judge me. Yeah, 209.9. See, told you I was consistent with 210s. Okay. Well, with that done, that was a lot faster than yesterday's video. Holy shit. But to get on to the point of what exactly this point of the series is supposed to be, is just me, engine noise, is just me, the average kind of Joe player, literally starting from not playing this game forever to actually now getting somewhat decent. To me, like right there was a huge fucking dub, fucking massive, because I haven't been able to do that once on any of the racetracks. I've played about 3 or 4 of them. Obviously, Forest Raceway, Test, Maryland, and I think Washington. And it was one of the other ones. One of the other like motocross maps. Um, I will continuously play it until I hit the 30 hours, and then once we hit 30 hours, then I'll make an update video. But in between that time, I'll also do a Supercross video because obviously I wouldn't mind getting into Supercross. My preferred sport medium of racing, I don't know, is motocross. I like MXGP, I like the AMA outdoors. Supercross is fun. It's really dope to look at. It's very pretty to look at. You know, it is the F1 essentially of motorcycle or of off-road racing, off-road dirt bike racing. Sure, let's go with that one. But I like motocross. It's big, it's open. You send these big sins sometimes. It's dope. So I would like to get into motocross racing more than anything. But supercross racing is also a good discipline. That's what I'm looking for. Discipline to get used to, and you know, have to learn how to ride in ruts and berms and the supercross triples and all that. So, like I said, in between the 20 and 30 hour mark, I will record a supercross video, and then I'll post that between the two. And then between like 30 and 40, who knows? Maybe I'll download a new track. Maybe I'll go to the big hill climb event, the Red Bull hill climb event. What's that one called? I can't remember. Krakenberg. Well, that's the map creator's name is Kraken, I think, right? And he called it Krakenberg. I don't know what the real name of it is. But anyways, yeah, just do something to break up the monotony of like, here's 10 hours, here's 20 hours, here's 30 hours, here's 40 hours. And also keeps me interesting, or, you know, me interested in the game as well, instead of just like getting on and playing. I'd like to start downloading a few, you know, mod maps. As you can probably see by my arms, I don't have any gear mods because I was just focusing strictly on the writing. Obviously with the reshade, I wanted the game to look pretty. That's besides the point. Because the game is very gray as is, which is kind of funny. So yeah, gear and some new maps. You know, like I said, if you guys have any recommendations, by all means, preferably free right now because I is a broke ass bitch. Which I know is not good to be for the pro racing since I think it's like $8 a track or something like that. I think, or no, $8 set up and like $2 a track. It's something, but besides the point. All the YouTube stuff. Let's get that out of the way really quick. Please, you know, like, comment, subscribe, share. Rate 5 stars if you remember that from old YouTube days. You're an OG. You're dope. Um, and yeah, thanks guys for stopping by. Have a good one.